everyone, my name is Monica and I'm from geeksagogo.com, and we're here today at Anime Magic 2021. I am joined here today by the amazing HDC Fabrication. Tim, welcome.
Thank you.
It has been a while. It has been probably like a few months since last saw you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure you've been really busy, but you're here today in like Anime Magic, and you're doing a lot of panels. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
a handful of panels, yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the panels that you're conducting this weekend here in Anime Magic?
So we did a basic, it was a VIP meet and greet that we did yesterday. It was a random Q&A stuff, Cosplay 101 Q&A. Today at 7, I believe, is my Let's Muck It Up panel, which goes over weathering and like aging techniques and like battle damage and things like that. And then tomorrow is Let's Get Lit, which is basic electronics and like practical effect work for props and costuming.
I always want to go to all of these seminars that you conduct and conventions, because if there's anybody who would teach you how to level up your cosplay, it would be Tim. So today you're hosting and judging the cosplay contest, am I correct?
Just judging.
Just judging?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the categories on today's contest?
It's just basic novice, journeyman, and master level work for its craftsmanship based contest.
Oh, amazing. So what are you looking forward to today's contest?
I'm excited not only just to see people, but see the costumes that everybody brought out, meet new people, meet new cosplayers. It's always my favorite part about judging things.
So I know that this might be a question that you might not be able to answer just yet, but did you see any standouts so far in the crowd?
There's been a few. I try to remain impartial, and I'll just kind of defocus my vision, just to make sure I give an authentic judging presentation. Because I'll see something and I'll catch myself being like, oh, it's like, oh, get a little extra time. So yeah, there's been a few. I haven't seen too much today, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what people are bringing out.
Cool. What kind of things do you look for in a cosplay when you're judging?
Overall presentation, and then so with that, it's cleanliness of fabrication, cohesiveness of the fabrication, cohesiveness of the techniques used. There are instances where people will use a more complicated technique just to say they can use a complicated technique, whereas sometimes that technique won't fit in with the aesthetic of the overall costume, and it stands out very much. So overall presentation is the big thing, and then we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of like the cleanliness of the fabrication itself.
Mm-hmm. What about original concept versus exact screen accurate designs? Like, what's your take on that?
Same premise. Again, overall presentation, I've gotten pretty decent at discerning techniques used and asking questions to kind of gain information on techniques used to make sure people aren't like fibbing about techniques, or make sure they actually know about what they're talking about. For fabrication stuff specifically, like craftsmanship contests, I personally don't care too much between an original character and like a replica build, as long as it's clean and well made. That's what matters to me.
Yep. And you heard that right, guys. Like, our folks, like, you can't fib, you can't fool the judges, because the judges know exactly how to make these costumes, especially Tim. Being an expert in the industry, I am so excited for you. We will be tuning in to watch the cosplay contest and see who wins this year in Anime Magic. So tell us a little bit about your transition from cosplaying and now you're a professional maker, like props maker for like big companies. Like, what was that transition like for you? And would you be working in movies if not yet?
There's some stuff that I can't talk about. But so it was. I don't know. Like it just kind of happened like organically, I suppose. Like I'm one of the rare extroverts in the crazy nerd comic world, so I suppose that helps with networking and whatnot, and just making work, putting work out there. If you're doing something that you're passionate about, that energy kind of flows through to your presentation and your work, and then people notice that, and it kind of compounds upon itself. Mostly networking, and it's kind of, especially like where my new shop space is located, it's all industry fabricators.
Yes.
It's like commercial work and then like Chicago film industry work. And again, just networking, getting to know those guys, making weird things for like commercials, and just putting more stuff out there for the most part. But it's been cool. I had this weird. So I originally went to school for electrical and computer engineering. Because being a big Star Wars nerd, I wanted to make astromechs. In real world, I would like animatronics and practical effect work. Yep. And I just kind of fell off of that, and IT, and then doing all this stuff as a hobby, as we all end up starting out. I got more into like microcontroller work and like the practical effects side, and all kind of clicked into place, and I realized that I wasn't happy with what I was doing, so I made the change. And it's just I've been fortunate that I made a rather quick transition from filing the corporation paperwork into where we're at today.
That's amazing. It's truly inspirational. It really shows that if you're really passionate about something, as long as you go and get it and try to do whatever it takes to just fulfill your dream, like it will happen. And if you see Tim's amazing work, we would love to tour your studio and your workshop sometime. Wouldn't that be a fun video? So yeah, we're really excited. So we'll talk soon about that.
Deal. Game on.
So do you have any big upcoming projects or any conventions that you're also going to after Anime Magic?
Our next big show will be C2E2 again.
Wow.
Pending the state of the world.
Yes.
But it'll be ideally, so we had a big booth set up there last year, and a very similar presence for Contract this year.
By
Thank
the way.
you. Yeah. So actually taking time for a full ground up version 2 Mandalorian build, with the Book of Boba Fett show coming out, also planning a full re-armored Boba Fett display, and then ideally a bunch of helmets and some non-Star Wars things as well. But the goal is to take what we had last year and exponentially improve it.
Cool. And I know you posted something about a fundraiser.
Yeah.
For the helmet. Yeah. Yes.
I should plug that all the time this weekend. So I was very fortunate to be reached out by a buddy in Indiana who runs Props to History TikTok, and has got a very strong and quickly increasing following. I think he's 200,000 or something right now.
Wow, that's amazing.
But he talks about like history of like movie props and whatnot. But there's 2 organizations that he wanted to support. Magic Wheelchair, which is a charity organization that makes like all the cool wheelchairs for young children, to give them something fun to travel around in at conventions and like parades and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And the other one is Nation of Makers, who supports a nation of makers for those in more need to kind of get tools and access to things, and just 2 awesome groups. And with the popularity of the new show Mandalorian, he wanted 2 armor helmets, because he was going to be at Indie PopCon a few weeks ago, where the Emily Swallow, who played the armorer in the show, was going to be at. So we were very fortunate I was able to make 2 armorer helmets, and then meet Emily Swallow and get them signed by Emily Swallow, which was an awesome experience, and she is just a fantastic human being. And the first auction for the first helmet is live right now. It's actually ends on Monday, and all the proceeds go directly to Magic Wheelchair. on my social media. I think on my bio, I've got a link directly to the auction, and it's yes, I made it, but it's a beautiful helmet design.
It is gorgeous. I will say, like, you posted pictures online, and it was like an up close picture of the helmet with the signature, and it was just so gorgeous. Like, honestly speaking, it looked like real metal, as always. Like, it's just movie quality, like quality of props. It is just absolutely incredible.
From a technical standpoint, for those interested, it is made with the same techniques and paints used for the one in the show.
Wow.
So it's a great file. It's just a fun design, and if you are able, please help at least boost the cost of it, and hopefully somebody gets outbid. And if you don't get outbid, then you will be an owner of a wonderful helmet.
Yes.
So thank you for that. And then the one for Nation of Makers, I believe, goes live in the future. I don't know when that point of the future is, but I think towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Well,
I'll post about it.
The good thing about that is, if you want to catch the next giveaway, or the next auction rather, you need to follow HDC Fabrication. Yeah. So that's the best way to do it, right? So where can they find you in social media?
On social media, it's pretty much everywhere at HDC Fabrication. Also, our website is www.hdcfabrication.com, which also has direct links to all our social media platforms. But Facebook, Instagram, TikTok-ish, YouTube, and Twitter and Vero. That's
amazing.
Where I've got everything at.
Yep. Don't forget HDC Fabrication. Just pull up a quick search and you'll find him right away. The one and only Tim from HDC Fabrication, everyone. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait for the cosplay contest today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Enjoy. Bye, everyone.